So now we're going to look at this problem right here. The function f shown below is comprised of a semicircle and piecewise linear segments. We want to find the value of the integral from -9 to 1 of f of x dx. So just looking at this, one of the things that I'm going to notice is how this is broken up, even without looking at the interval we're looking at. So right here, using a triangle might be best. Same thing here. So those two kind of will potentially kind of cancel each other out, but we need to double check just to make sure. We have a rectangle over here. So if I need to do anything from 1 to 6, I can just find the area of this rectangle and be done. In the middle here, we have this rectangle again, but it is on top of this semicircle. So I would not know that it's a semicircle unless it told us. So we know that we need to be doing this semicircle here in order to kind of help us out here. So we're looking at the interval of -9 to 1. So I'm going to be looking at this small triangle, this small triangle, and then this entire area here that's made up of this semicircle on top of this rectangle. So we have some different areas that we're going to be adding together. So we have the integral from -9 to 1 of f of x. It's going to be equal to. So our first area here, we have 1/2 times our base, which is 1, times our height, which is going to be -2, plus. Our next piece here, we have a 1/2 times our base of 1, our height of 2. So just looking at these two, I know that those are going to cancel each other out. So if I were to go ahead and simplify what I have so far, we have -1 plus 1. So that's going to go away. Now we need to deal with the rectangle and the semicircle. Let's deal with the rectangle first. So we have from -7 to 1. So that's going to be a base of 8 and a height of 2. So I have 8 times 2. Already know that's going to be 16, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify that as we can. And then our last part, we know that this is a semicircle, so I know that this is the diameter of my circle. And I know that this is going to be the height of the radius of my circle. Knowing that this distance is already 8, if I cut that in half, our radius would be 4. So we have pi times our radius squared. But then because it's a semicircle and not a full circle, I need to divide that by 2. So 4 squared is 16, divided by 2 is 8, so we have 8 pi. So our 1 and -1 cancel each other out, so this leaves us with 16 plus 8 pi. This is as simple of a form that we can get, so we're going to leave it as 16 plus 8 pi. The only reason why we would do it a little bit more is if we put it into a calculator and got a decimal answer, but that would be approximating it anyways. So 16 plus 8 pi is what we're going to leave it at.